Right, boys and girls, the legendary MP7.
This is the Gauntlet. Red lights blink, hit him or miss, no A-zone love on a run like this. Split times telling every move gets scanned, but the shot clock stops, we see where you stand.
This one is a Marui, of course, and I've had a couple of these over the years, never really kept them because they just end up not getting used, but today we're going to get a jam. Right. A jam again. Let's see what this thing can do. Now, I don't have a barrel adapter for this to put the tracer on, even if the tracer was charged, which is on charge at the minute. But I'm going to rock it with a torch, see how it does. This should be perfect for CQB. Nice and small, very manoeuvrable. You can even use it as a pistol if you want to. Very accurate. Nice and punchy as always. Good 40 round, I think they're 40 round mags. And just perfect for this kind of application. When I can hit the target. Not the best trigger in the world, but extremely lightweight. And it really still does hold its own. I think I was trying to feed 2 rounds in at the start there. These do usually come in on green gas and propane a little bit hot. So, not much. You're talking like 360, 365 on a 2, which I am working on an end pass for it, but it's not as simple as some of the other platforms. I did have a working prototype, but I managed to break it, which I was just stress testing it. So, a 52. Let's see if we can get a sub 50. Let's go for it. Oh, it's just so predictable where it's going to shoot. Watch me miss a target now though. Change. I swear I miss that target all the time, but it still registers. That has got to be a sub 50. Got to be. We're getting through just over half a mag when doing a mag change. It's just, if you're not into heavy guns, but you want to get into gas blowbacks, I think this could be the one that you go for 43. Damn. Right. Let's see, I am using tracer rounds. Let's run through it nice and slow. So it's got a good, like I say, you could use it as a pistol even with the stock open, with the stock closed. And I have no idea where I'm shooting. There we go. Again, I haven't got the torch on, but you really can use this as a pistol if you want to. Nice rate of fire on it as well. Let's do a burst. I don't think the attack sense, I think there has to be a delay when you're shooting the targets with a burst. But again, this nice little tightish corridor that we always display it. Look how much space you've got. You can get right up and close to this wall if you want to. You're never ever gonna bump it on stuff. Close engagements are just gonna be an absolute no-brainer. Not a massive fan of lifting that up. I'd rather, with the MP7, I'd rather slap it down than push it up, but it's one of them things. Let me get that through there. Here we can. There's not really much else to say about this. It's a tried and tested product. You can get the KWA ones. I'd avoid the WE ones like the Plague if you can. They're always a bit rubbish. Just in terms of performance and gas efficiency, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, guys, calm down. The, oh no, KWA did one and VFC did one, didn't they? In my personal opinion, the Marui one is the better pick for performance, gas efficiency. Not so much realism. And this is one thing that the VFC crowd tend to get into is, oh, it's not realistic. It doesn't have a realistic trigger pack. It doesn't have realistic sizing. This is freaking airsoft. And they always talk to you like they've held the real MP7, which is like finding a leprechaun at the end of a rainbow. It's just like, you've never held a real one. How would you know? But it's usually the argument they're given. I'm not, you know, beating down on the VFC community at all. That's not what I'm doing, but it's just usually the select minority. That is the argument they put across. I've had all MP7s. And there's only one brand of MP7 that I think this will be my third, because I end up getting around to not using them. I sell them because I'm like, I'm not using them compared to my M4s. And then I can actually extend this longer for the taller boys, but it's just good. I have modded the mags, so they've got like a feed tube system on it, like a fill tube for the mags. I tend not to fire full auto on a lot of my guns anyway, so I literally just take them tubes out. I'd rather have the ability to put 3 or 4 times the ammo into the gas than it's spitting a bit of gas on full auto, which, you know, most of the time I'm not even using full auto, but this thing can indeed run full auto. What more do I have to say? The MP7, I bought this a while ago. I bought the AirTac HPA adapter, which takes the shotgun shells, and that was how I was going to run it. And then I think it got to a point where I was like, actually no, I'm just going to buy a bunch of MP7 mags, which I can't remember where I got the MP7 mags from. Mystery, but obviously that time doesn't matter. That's the Marui MP7. I got it in tan initially because I think I bought it from High Pressure Airsoft, because at the time they were the only place that had it in stock, and they were the only model they had in stock was the tan one. So it was actually a funny story because I bought the tan one because it was the only one I could get. I get the gun delivered, and the day after I find a black one with all my kit that Empire sent me because they were going to pimp it up. We were going to do some bits to it. Just me being too busy, never got round to it. So I bought this the next day, found a black one, and I was like, oh, sod's law. And then a friend of mine was after one. I said, oh, I'll hit up Empire and see if they want to sell it. And they did. They just sold it to him. So absolute nail driver. I need to do some gameplay with this. I think it could be really fun. So maybe we need some more mags. I got 5, and you know, that would probably do you, 5 of these mags for the short games. But yeah, what an absolute beast of an SMG that is.
So we're finally getting into some SMGs on the Gauntlet here, and what better platform to start it with than the MP7. It's a gun I've had for a while. Like I said, I was going to do something different with it this time and run it on a HPA adapter for the full auto giggles on woodland sites and such, and then decided to go the opposite way. I still have the adapter for it, but you know, I think it just runs so well with gas mags. I'll just keep it for maybe some CQB instead, and it just runs like an absolute dream. Every one of these I've had has ran really well in the bog standard format it comes out the box. Sometimes you can have a bit of an issue on the hot days with the power, but like I say, I am working on an MP7. I've had a working prototype in this MP7 for a few months now. There's just the problem with it is there's not a lot of space, so I'm just trying to beef up areas where, because it's not just the valve that you need to change in this, you need to do a complete revamp of the nozzle. So that'll be coming hopefully very soon. This one I don't think comes out very warmish. I think it's about 350. On a hot day it might be a little bit more. I do run them on propane, which again will give it a bit more punch. But you know, in an environment like this, if you want to run a gas blowback and you don't want to run a pistol, you got good sized 40 round magazines. It's really short and nimble, getting it through the corridors. If you're in tight spaces, you're not going to be bumping it off anything. The trigger could be better, but honestly, once you're firing the thing, it doesn't really, it's not like you notice it as you're firing it at the targets. Like in this case, I didn't really notice the bad trigger, but if you take a time to, you know, maybe ghost the trigger without the mag in, it doesn't feel the best. But the gun performed beautifully, really solid times, nice on full auto, really snappy on semi-auto as well, which is what you'd be using in this CQB environment anyway. I do wish I would have got the black one. I just think the tan ones of these look a little bit weird, but it's not the end of the world at all. I do need to get some kind of barrel adapter for it, just so I can put a tracer on there. Maybe for these dark environments, if I'm shooting in CQB, it'd be nice to know where the rounds are going. Apart from that, maybe slap a red dot on the top and just call it a day. Not really much else you need to do with something like this, but I hope you like it. I thought best thing to get started with was the Marui MP7 because I haven't really talked much about it. I can't remember if I did a review on it on the channel. We're getting into some interesting stuff coming up. VFC MPX, we've got the VFC G36 coming, we've got the Northeast Uzi, which was very surprisingly good. I really thought that thing wasn't going to be as good as it did do, which will be coming up very soon, so stay tuned for the channel. We'll just keep plodding through and getting uploaded for you. Hopefully you still like the format. Thanks for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, it helps the channel out a massive lot. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. You can join the Jaeger Precision Discord community using the link in the description. And as always, from myself and the guys at HC2 Airsoft, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll be seeing you in the next one.